So why did Southern segregationist Democrats all of a sudden after 1964 start voting en masse for the Republican Party? Did the Republican Party ever come out and say, hey, segregationists, we don't believe in civil rights anymore, although that has been the legacy of our party. We just want to all of a sudden support far-right racism and we want you all to come and be a part of our party? No, that's not what happened. Remember, people vote according to their own interest, and the South was no different. It's important to understand that this shift happened over time and that it was gradual and it was also very complex. There was no single party switch moment. It's also important to note that not all Southerners switch their political parties. Not all Southerners switch their politicians. This is also very important. A lot of those segregationist Southern Democrats remained in the Democratic Party. A lot of what they started to do was adapt to the times. They saw that civil rights had passed, okay, but they were still in the chambers as segregationists passing laws. So it's not as simple as saying, oh, the party switched. No, many of the politicians in both parties did not switch. So Black people moved to vote for Democrats, but the party still maintained a large percentage of segregationists. Here's some of the main reasons why the Southerners that did switched to the Republican Party. States' rights and limited federal government, that they agreed with that. The Civil Rights Act increased federal involvement. That is in direct opposition to what the Southerners believed to be federal overreach. Democrats voting for civil rights and expanding federal programs. Many Southerners were vehemently against that, and so they no longer aligned with this party. They believed in conservative economic policies, more taxes, less regulation, pro-business ideas, social values or issues like religion, and traditional values align more closely now to the Republican Party. Seeing this shift, GOP candidates started to campaign more in the South, which they did not do traditionally, and they started to reach people who shared conservative values. Republicanism appealed to the growing Southern economy as well. The shift was driven by a mix of civil rights tensions, government power debates and economic views, and cultural realignment. So it was a long-term political realignment, not a single moment or a single switch.